Colorado High School Activities Association softball is on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network this morning from Strasburg High School. It's a Patriot League battle as the visiting Brush Bead Diggers take on the Strasburg Indians. I'm John Beltran. A glorious Saturday morning here in Strasburg. It's 73 degrees as we get the first pitch coming up here momentarily. The Bead Digger starting lineup brought to you by Equitable Savings and Loan. Mobile banking on the go makes banking easier for you when you're on the go. That is Equitable Savings and Loan. The Bead Diggers are sticking pretty much with the standard. Batting first for the Bead Diggers is the shortstop Braylon Rule. The catcher Carly Tatalini make it the center fielder hits second. The pitcher Mason Unright bats third. The left fielder hits fourth. That's Harley Holdren. Batting fifth is the right fielder Nevaeh Tolentino. The catcher Maya Bruno hits sixth. Olivia Gillick at first hits seventh. Delaney Drackert, the second baseman, hits eighth. And Avery Lefevre at third hits ninth. Defensively for Strasburg over at first base is Madison Brewer. Tara Gustafson of second. Kaylee Rushman is the third baseman. I believe only a freshman. In between them at short is Autumn Stone. She's got plenty of experience. Hayley Wells in left field. The center fielder is Aubrey Archuleta. In right, it's Anna Vetter, who I believe is another freshman. The catcher is Grayson Graff, and Heidi Price, the right-hander, is on the mound. Opening pitch today brought to you by Buildings by Design. Quality, commitment, and experience makes Buildings by Design the only choice when it comes to your next project. That is Buildings by Design. So here we go. Stepping in is Braylon Rule from the right side. The Bead Diggers in their white jerseys with the black pants. And the right-hander, Heidi Price, will deliver. And that is in the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes here to Braylon Rule. And the pitch swung on and chopped foul up the third base side, and the count levels at 1-1. The Bead Diggers play once again on Tuesday when they entertain Lions. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here to Braylon Rule. Well, she is a solid hitter. Almost hit for the cycle against Resurrection Christian. And she awaits. Pitches up and away from Price. Ball 2, strike 1. Strasburg is 8-2 going in. Solid team. And the Bead Diggers at 2-1 after defeating Valley 12-4, but that was a little bit of a struggle. They were down 4-3 in that game. The pitch, and that is a strike on the outer half. Thigh high, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here to Braylon Rule. And Price delivers. Swung on and fisted foul on the ground. Off to the left side. Remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here to the Bead Diggers shortstop today. Mason Unright is the starting pitcher for Brush. And Heidi Price comes home. That is a called strike 3 on the outside corner. Knee high. There's 1 down. Braylon Rule goes down looking, which is rare for her. That'll send up Carly Tatalini. Had a good year so far, hitting .500 through the first 3 games. Hitting from the left side. Here's the wind and pitch. Swung on and chopped foul to the screen. No balls and 1 strike. Here to Carly Tatalini. And the pitch. Swung on, grounded right side. Second baseman to her left, can't get it. It's a base hit into right field. A lunging play by Tara Gustafson, but Tatalini has her 5th hit of the year. A base hit into right field. On the ground ball with 1 out, here is Mason Unright. Unright coming off a good game, 2 for 4. She has 5 hits on the season. Unright is tearing it up, hitting .625. Wind and pitch. That is right there for a strike on the outer half. No balls and 1 strike here to Unright. Just underway It's already Strasburg's 11th game, only the 4th for Brush. And the pitch. High. Runner goes to second, and the steal right there. An easy stolen base on a slide in. Head first by Tattalini. It always looks like a delayed steal, but in softball, you have to wait until the pitch is released. Not the same as in baseball. A ball and a strike. No score. Top of the first inning. 1 out. The Bay Diggers with a runner in scoring position. Swing and a miss on a pitch up and away. Unrein was late on that one. And that might have been ball 2. 2 balls, or check it, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Heidi Price can certainly bring it. Wind and pitch. Swung on and lifted into right field. And to her left and making the play as retreating to second is Tattalini is Anna Vetter. 2 down.
Now batting number 2, Harley Holdren.
Here's Harley Holdren. Holdren hitting .333. Had a couple of base hits and 3 RBIs on Thursday in the 8-run victory over Valley. Looking in, the pitch. Swung on and lifted in the air to the shortstop. A little flare. It was caught out there by Autumn Stone. And the Bee Diggers are retired in the top of the first inning. No runs on 1 hit. No errors and a runner left in scoring position. As we head to the bottom of the first inning, the Bee Diggers do not score. And Strasburg is coming to bat. You're listening to Patriot League Softball right here on 1010 KSLR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Let's head to the bottom of the first inning and pitches the ball to Aubrey Archuleta. Will set the lineup here momentarily for Strasburg. Mason Unrein comes home. And that is away. 2 balls and no strikes. Here to Archuleta. And the pitch. That is upstairs, 3-0. Not a good start there for Unrein. Bee Digger pitching has always really been an issue the last year plus. You're not sure what you're going to get all the time. And that one's very high. It's a walk. And this Strasburg team with 8 wins, you can't afford to do that. Batting second is the second baseman, Tara Gustafson. First baseman, Madison Brewer, hits third. The shortstop hits fourth. That's Autumn Stone. Batting fifth is Grayson Graff. Heidi Price, the pitcher, hits sixth. Batting seventh, the left fielder, Hayley Wells. Kaylee Rushman, the third baseman, hits eighth. Anna Vetter, the right fielder, bats ninth. Bunted back to the pitcher on 1 hop. Throw to first is in time on the sacrifice. That'll go 1-3. Good play there by Unrein, and 1 out. Here is Madison Brewer.
Number 19, Madison Brewer.
Brewer stepping in. Thank you. Brewer now stepping in from the left side. Here's the wind and pitch. Swing and a miss and a ball that tied her up. No balls and a strike. Well, Mason coming back very nicely here to the number 3 hitter in the lineup. The Bay Diggers did not score in the first inning. They got a base hit from Carly Tattalini. A leadoff walk here as a runner at second. And the pitch. Swing and a foul off the catcher Bruno. Let's set the Bay Digger contingency there defensively. Olivia Gillix at first. Second baseman Delaney Draggart. Avery Lefevre at third. Braylon Rules at short. Harley Holdren in left field. Tattalini's in center. Tolentino's in right. And, of course, Bruno behind the plate. And the pitch. Very high. A ball and 2 strikes. Here to the 3 hitter, Madison Brewer, left-handed hitter. For Strasburg. Let's see if Mason can put her away. Swing and a miss and a pitch up and away. That's a tremendous pitch by Mason Unrein. Not near the middle of the plate, but certainly had to think about it. It's a strikeout. 2 down here for Autumn Stone. She's a very solid player. The cleanup hitter, right-handed hitter, and a shortstop for Strasburg. And the pitch. And that is a strike on the outer half. Got to wait for that call. No balls and 1 strike. The Bay Diggers had a runner at second, did not score. Strasburg, a runner at second. They've got 2 down in the bottom of the first inning. And the offering upstairs, and the count levels at 1-1. I think Mason just needed to get that first hitter out of the way. Looking a lot better right now. A lot better. 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 down. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and a ball tailing away. Took something off it. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, Strasburg at 8-2. This is a test that the Bee Diggers haven't seen since the first game of the season against second-ranked University. And the pitch, very high. Ball 2, strike 2 to Autumn Stone. At second base is Aubrey Archuleta. And the pitch, swung on and lifted foul, out of play off to the left in a parking lot, a short parking lot here in Strasburg. 2-2 to Stone. On deck is Grayson Graff. And the right-hander Mason Unrein delivers. Swing and a miss on a pitch up and away. 2 strikeouts to end the inning for Mason Unrein. No runs on no hits, no errors, and a runner left at second. To the second we go. No score between Brush and Strasburg on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. John Beltran back in Strasburg. No score. Let's head to the second inning. The Bee Diggers won a high-scoring affair 1 year ago after losing badly at home. And that was a big game for them to win because it propelled them into the playoffs and subsequently a Final Four berth. Here's Nevaeh Tolentino. Hitting from the right side. Against Heidi Price. Swung on and flared foul off to the first base side. No balls and a strike. Ball got in on the hands. Again, a glorious morning. 73 degrees at first pitch. Bee Diggers have tournament play next week. Keep in mind that we only broadcast the conference games. That's still a heavy schedule with the conference games and, of course, the playoffs. No balls here and 1 strike. To Tolentino, swung on, grounded slowly to short. Stone's got it. Throw to first is going to be in time. And Tolentino's retired for the opening out. 1 down for Amaya Bruno. Bruno is hitting 125. She's got a big assignment this year, being the Bee Digger catcher. Wind and pitch. Swung on, grounded to short. Stone to her left, off her glove, and then cannot pick it up in time. That'll be an error. That's an error on the shortstop, Stone. It was hit sharply, but she had the play. First error on either side. And that'll send up Olivia Gillick. So both teams are swinging in this game. Gillick had 2 hits and 4 at-bats against Valley. 1 on, 1 out here in the second. No score. And Gillick batting for the right side. Let's see, we'll check out. There is a courtesy runner at first. We're shielded a little bit. The pitch. Swung on, grounded to short, backing up to Stone. Throws to second for 1. And that'll get the lead runner. Keely Langford was the courtesy runner. So there's 2 down. Fielder's choice going 6-4. And here is Delaney Draggart hitting for Brush out of the 8-hole. The pitch up and away. 1 ball and no strikes. And Brush is just aggressive early in this game. Heidi Price, the right-hander, looks in. Getting the sign from Graff in the pitch. Swing and a miss. Draggart late on that one. 1 ball and 1 strike. Delaney's hitting 167. That base hit was the first game of the year against University. So looking to break out of a mini slump. Not too big of one. And the pitch. Swung on, grounded down the third base side. Foul. Kaylee Rushman, the freshman, to her right, but she was really on that line. 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 down. Here in the top of the second inning. With a runner at first. And Heidi Price looks in. And the pitch. Swing and a miss and a ball in the dirt. They're going to have to throw her out, and Graff does so. And it's a strikeout of Delaney Draggart. And the Bee Diggers strand a runner at second base. Check it at first base. An inning and a half has been played. No runs, no hits, an error, and a runner left to the bottom of the second. After the break, Brush nothing, Strasburg nothing on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. To the bottom of the second we go. Grayson Graff will lead off for Strasburg. No score between the Indians and the Bead Diggers. Bead Diggers have stranded a runner in each of the first 2 innings. The pitch, and that is upstairs. A ball and no strikes from the right-hander Mason Unrein. Graff, Price, and Wells in the bottom of the second inning. Here for Strasburg. And a pitch. And that is a strike on the outside corner. And you really got to wait. A ball and a strike. Premier Farm Credit understands production ag. They've been serving our rural communities for over 100 years. Sterling, Fort Morgan, Human, Holyoke. Premier Farm Credit. That pitch is on the outside corner. Strike 2. And Mason Unrein is painting the corner. She had 2 strikeouts to close out the bottom of the first inning. Here's the wind and pitch, and that is upstairs. And the count levels at 2-2 to the Strasburg catcher. Critical Patriot League game early on in the season. University's the favorite this year, and that is high. Oh, they're going to say, I thought it was a 2-2 count. Apparently it was 3-1. Okay, check that. You really got to wait, I guess. So it's a 5-pitch walk. Second consecutive inning that check that Unrein's walked the leadoff hitter, and that is upstairs. A ball and no strikes here to Heidi Price. Yeah, the scoreboard is not operational either, so that's useless. So they get the leadoff runner on again, but the Bead Diggers did not allow a run in the first inning. Here's the wind and pitch, squaring to bunt, and lays it down in front of the plate, fielded by Unrein. Throw to second into center field, and that'll be a fielder's choice. I don't know why she did that. It was backed up, so no error, but a mental error. But there was nobody there at second base. That plays to first every time. And that'll bring up Hayley Wells, right-handed hitter here for Strasburg. So 2 on and nobody out here for the Indians. And again, that's why you got to play that fundamental softball. You can't rely on the pitcher just to strike out opposing hitters. Unrein comes home. Way outside, a ball and no strikes. Yeah, that play is to first every time. They might have gotten her at second, but it would have been way too close. You take the out when it's given to you. You don't get greedy. And Unrein delivers. That is a strike. I mean, it looks obvious, but this is one of the more delayed gestures. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 on. Nobody out, bottom 2. No score in Strasburg. Hayley Wells awaits the pitch. Swung on and lifted in the air into shallow right field. Coming on, and the ball is dropped over there by the right fielder. Throw to second, and that's going to be late. It was dropped by Nevaeh Tolentino, a routine fly. She was just under it. Wow. And the bases are loaded. I mean, that could not have been hit any softer. She came in about 2 or 3 steps. And the bases are loaded here for Kaylee Rushman. So Rushman now steps in. Wow. A walk, a fielder's choice, and an error. And the pitch is upstairs. A ball and no strikes to the freshman. Well, Brush has now given away 2 outs. This should be 2 out and 1 on. And the infield is playing in for the Bead Diggers. Yeah, I'm not sure how Tolentino dropped that. She just didn't look it in. Swung on, grounded slowly, foul down the third base side. I mean, I'm looking up at the sun, but that sun couldn't have been much of a factor. Yeah, that is very puzzling. A ball and a strike here to the number 8 hitter for Strasburg. And the pitch. That's upstairs. Ball 2, strike 1. Yeah, Strasburg really hasn't earned a base runner in the inning. Two balls and 1 strike in the pitch. Swung on line, base hit left center field. That's going to score Graff. Heidi Price is going to stay on third. It's 1-0 Strasburg on the RBI single by Hayley Rushman. That'll send up Anna Vetter, the number 9 hitter from the right side. Wind and pitch. Swung on and fouled to the screen. Well, this is not all on Mason, but she does have herself to account for after the walk and then that bunt right back to her. She went to second when, nobody was covering, but there really wasn't a play. But somebody should have been covering. You got to play fundamental softball there. And then the air by Tolentino and the base hit by Rushman. The pitch swung on, lifted down the left field side into foul territory. And that will just drop for a foul ball as Holdren gave chase. No balls and 2 strikes. Still with nobody out in the bottom of the second inning, but it's only 1-0. You can keep this at maybe 2 or 3-0. That's not too much damage. Or perhaps even better, but boy, it's tough to get out of it. Unrein did have 2 strikeouts in the first inning. No balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swung on and fouled straight back. On deck is Aubrey Archuleta, who began the bottom of the first inning with a walk. 0-2. Laying down the sign is Bruno. Unrein looks in. You can throw a little bit of a waste pitch here. 0-2. Swung on and fouled. Almost off her foot up the third base side. That's 4 pitches, all strikes. Remains at 0-2 to Anna Vetter. With the bases loaded and nobody out in the bottom of the second inning. The infield is playing in once again for Brush. Unrein comes home. Swing and a miss on a pitch at the knees, and there's 1 down. 3rd strikeout for Mason Unrein. Here's Archuleta, another right-handed hitter. There's only 1 lefty in this lineup for Strasburg. The Bee Diggers also have 1 in Tatalini. Infield still playing in. How about a bouncer back to the mound, a little 1-2-3 action. The pitch, swing and a foul. Off the catcher to the screen, no balls and a strike. Again, we will only have conference games, so that's 80% of the schedule. No tournament games that they'll play in next week. Tuesday being the exception. They've got Lions at home. And the pitch, and that is low. I'll give Unrein credit. She's throwing a lot of competitive pitches. Like some of the pitches she's missed with have been not super outside the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 across, 1 out in the pitch. Swung on and chopped foul down the third base side. A ball and 2 strikes to Aubrey Archuleta. At third for Strasburg is Heidi Price. Hayley Wells at second. Hayley Rushman at first. And the pitch swung on and fouled on a pitch up at the letters. Well, they're making lots of contact, just not solid contact. They're getting pieces of the softball. Strasburg does have 1 hit in the inning. That was the RBI single from Rushman. A ball and 2 strikes. Mason Unrein looks in. And the offering. Swung on, grounded to third. Nice play by Lefevre. She's going to throw to first for the out. Might have had a force at the plate. But Lefevre on a ball that was ticketed for left field makes an excellent play. It's an RBI for Archuleta. Strasburg now leads 2-0. But she did get the out. That's key. You get the out. Tara Gustafson had a sac bunt her first time up. And that was a really hard-hit grounder. The pitch. That is a strike at the knees. On the inner half, it's 0-1. No balls and a strike. Well, the Bee Diggers so far have kind of limited the damage. It takes an athlete to make a play that Lefevre just made the pitch. And that is a little low. Below the knees and a ball and a strike. Unrein has thrown 41 pitches so far. 2 runners in scoring position with 2 down and 2 across. And the pitch. Very high. Ball 2, strike 1 to the number 2 hitter, Tara Gustafson. Mason Unrein delivers. That looks pretty good from here. It's a strike on the outer half thigh high, and the count is at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes here to Tara Gustafson. The pitch, swing and a miss. Mason Unrein with 2 strikeouts in each of the first 2 innings. And the Indians are retired. However, the Bee Diggers did not play well defensively there. There was only 1 hit in the inning, a Bee Digger error. Another one was a mental error as Strasburg scores 2 runs. Let's head to the 3rd inning in Strasburg. The Bee Diggers are still right there. It's early. It's Strasburg 2, Brush nothing on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Avery Lefevre will lead off the top of the 3rd inning for Brush. 2-0 Strasburg against the right-hander, Heidi Price. The pitch, swung on, lifted foul. Down the right side, it's 0-1. The Bee Diggers trailing 2-0 after a walk, a misplay, a fielder's choice, or check that, an error, an RBI single, and then a ground out by Archuleta, scoring the 2nd run. And the pitch, that is on the outside corner for a strike. No balls and 2 strikes. Here to Lefevre. 9-1-2 for Brush. The Bee Diggers have a 1st inning base hit from Carly Tatalini. I like this combination of Lefevre and then Rule, and actually with Tatalini behind her. 3 really good hitters. The pitch. Swing and a miss late on that one. And Price threw it right by her. 1 out. And for Heidi Price, that is her 3rd strikeout of the game. Braylon Rule was the first strikeout victim. As she now steps in from the right side. Yeah, Price looks solid. The offering in the dirt. Price has thrown just 25 pitches, only 5 are balls. So she is all over the strike zone. 1 ball and no strikes here to Rule. And the changeup is upstairs. Got stuck in her hand. 2 balls and no strikes. Well, the Brush football team last night just made too many mistakes. They've got a lot of talent, but they lost to Fort Morgan 35-12. And the pitch, swung on, hit off the end of the bat to the pitcher to her left, underhanding to first for the out. Nice play there by Price, and there's 2 down. Yeah, Rule was way out in front. And it was a little squib job. Tatalini had a base hit to right field in the top of the 1st inning. The Bee Diggers brought an extensive roster today. And they've got about 18 players out there in that dugout. The pitch, swung on, grounded to second. Should be a routine play. Drop, picked up, throws to first for the out. Tatalini's retired by Tara Gustafson. 1, 2, 3. We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning in this quick-moving game from Strasburg. The score, Strasburg 2, Brush nothing on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Ball 1 on the first pitch of the bottom of the 3rd inning to Madison Brewer. Strasburg leads Brush 2-0. 3, 4, and 5, the heart of the order for the Indians. Brewer struck out her first time up. 4 strikeouts for Unrein. That pitch up and in. It is 2-0. Strasburg already on September the 4th looking for their 9th victory of the season. 2 balls and no strikes. Wind and pitch. Swing and a miss. Pitch was up and in. Ball 2, strike 1. Here to Madison Brewer. The right-hander Mason Unrein, 47 pitches so far. Has walked 2, though. The pitch swung on and fisted foul up the 3rd base side. Inside outswing for Brewer. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And again, just got to play solid defensively when you're not hitting to remain in the game. Brush didn't hit in the first few innings against Valley and then got it going. Swing and a miss and a pitch above the letters. Brewer went chasing, 1 out. Strikeout number 5 for Mason Unrein. And she easily swung at ball 3. Here's Autumn Stone. She struck out her first time up. We played just 33 minutes of softball, nearly halfway through the pitch. And that is high. A ball and no strikes to Autumn Stone. Righty against righty. And the offering. Swung on and fisted to the screen. 1-1. Yeah, Unrein racked up a lot of strikeouts against Resurrection Christian. That ended up being a no-hitter. Yeah, Res just really down. They're reconstructing that softball program. And the offering. And that is up and away. Ball 2, strike 1. 1 out and the base is empty. Bottom of the 3rd inning. And Strasburg is holding a 2-0 lead on their home field. Here's the wind and pitch. Swung on and lifted to deep right field, going way back is Tolentino. She makes the catch in the gap. Oh, man, she couldn't make an easier play 1 inning ago, but made a tremendous backhanded play in the right center field gap, 2 down. Makes you wonder, maybe the ball did get in the sun in that 2nd inning, because that looked like it was going to be an easy double, maybe a triple. Grayson Graff walked her first time up. That's the defense that keeps you right in the game. And the pitch. Fastball is high. Little steam on that one. 1 ball and no strikes. And that's the cleanup hitter. That could have started a rally for Strasburg, but the Bee Diggers still have to get 1 more out. The offering, and that bounces in. Don't want to get sloppy here. 2-0. Yeah, Unrein acknowledged her teammate Tolentino for making that backhanded catch. 2 balls and no strikes. And Graff awaits the pitch. That looks pretty good from here, and it is a strike on the outer half. 2-1. Two and one here. Unrein ready. And the pitch, very high. Heidi Price waits to hit next. 3 balls, 1 strike. Strasburg scored their 2 runs in the bottom of the 2nd inning. The Bee Diggers have not had a runner past second base. 3-1. Swing and a miss. Took something off it. Graff was out in front. 3-2. Unrein had 2 strikeouts in the 1st inning, 2 in the 2nd. Has 1 so far here in the 3rd. Can she put Graff away on a payoff pitch? And here it is. That's up and away, not even close. It's another walk, 3rd walk. Mason has had mixed results in this game. Here's Heidi Price. Heidi's the one who hit that little bunt right back to Unrein. The play should have been made at first. She went to second. The ball skipped into center field, but there was no further advance. Simply a fielder's choice. She had the play at first and didn't elect to take it. Swung on, grounded up the middle for a base hit into right center field off the dive from Draggart, and holding up at second, now taking off for third is Graff. She's in there. I don't know why she hesitated. Throw back to first, and safe. Safe on that throw. Heidi Price. And for Strasburg, it's only their 2nd hit of the game. The other was the RBI single from Kaylee Rushman. Here's Hayley Wells, who hit that fly ball to Tolentino, and it was dropped to load the bases 1 inning ago. So 1st and 3rd. Again, that rally was, or the inning was not over once Tolentino made that incredible catch out there. Now they've got 2 in a row on the bases. Swing and a miss. Excellent pitch. A little bit of a rise ball there. No balls and 1 strike to Hayley Wells. At third is Graff. At first is Price. No balls and 1 strike. Unrein comes home. Swung on, pop foul out of play. over the first base side. It is 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Unrein looks in. And the pitch swung on and fouled off to the right. Good pitch down in the zone. Wells got some contact on that. Remains at 0-2. 2-0 Strasburg, bottom of the third inning. Laying down the sign is Bruno. Let's see if she takes something off it. Mason hasn't thrown too many changeups. The pitch. That is a called strike 3, belt high. Third consecutive inning that Mason Unrein picks up 2 strikeouts. There was a base hit in the inning and 2 runners were stranded. We head to the 4th inning in Strasburg. It is Strasburg 2, the Bead Diggers nothing on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Strasburg 2, Brush nothing. Let's head to the 4th inning. It'll be Mason Unrein, Harley Holdren, and Nevaeh Tolentino against Heidi Price. The Bead Diggers have just 1 hit in the game. That was Tadolini's single with 1 out in the first inning. Mason Unrein popped to right her first time up. The Bead Diggers didn't get going against Valley on Thursday until the middle innings. Let's see if that's the case right now against Price. Brush has an error, and so does Strasburg. And the pitch swung on, lined, and a base hit into right field by Unrein. Going the other way, they throw to first, but she's going to be in there. And Brush has their 2nd hit of the game. And here's Harley Holdren. Holdren hit a flare that was caught by the shortstop, Autumn Stone. Heidi Price looking in. And the pitch swung on and fouled off to the right. Kind of no balls and 1 strike. Yeah, Brush has had base runners in 3 of the first 4 innings. But again, they haven't got a runner to third yet. They can at least do that in this inning. Then they'll have some promise. The pitch swung on, line into right field. That's going to be caught by Vetter. Throw back to first, and that is low. It skips away up the first base side into foul territory. Throw to second. That should be safe. Yep, she's in there. Unrein is in there. Yeah, Autumn Stone is wondering, but she's definitely safe. She got in there. So that will be an error, advancing the runner. And the error's on Vetter after she made the catch on the out. So 1 out, and a very odd way for the Bead Diggers to have a runner in scoring position. Here is Tolentino. She grounded a short her first time up. Yeah, I don't know what the argument is there. She definitely got underneath the tag. Yeah, you don't want to appeal that to the umpire at the plate. That is a solid call. You cannot reverse that call. I mean, there's a reason that call belongs to the field umpire. Yeah, she's definitely safe out at second. Let's see if there's a reversal. It shouldn't be. The throw was there, but the slide was underneath the tag. And why it has to be justified, the call was made. And I'm further back for the action, and he's right on top of the action. It was crystal clear. Now what happened out there? They're calling her out? We're going to have to get an explanation on that. We're going to have to. She slid in. Yeah, that's absurd. Unless there was something done incorrectly by Unrein. So it's no error now. But I have no idea. Tom Odell's not happy. I don't blame him. If they reverse that call, well, now she's at second. So no. I thought they called her out. All right, she's back in the dugout now. I don't understand what just went on there. I'm going to find out. Well, I'd like to find out before this broadcast is over, but I'll relay that information. Swung on, lifted down the right field line. That is trouble. Vetter along the line cannot make the play. It's fair. Now headed for second to throw, and the ball is dropped, and now the tag was made, and she couldn't get to the bag. Tolentino is out. She never got to the bag, even though the ball was dropped, and then Stone re-tagged her. So they had 2 hits in the inning, and they still couldn't get a runner to third. As that was a flare along the line, and that ends a very, very odd inning that could have resulted in at least a run for the Bee Diggers. That goes 9-6. No runs on 2 hits. No errors, maybe one by the umpire. And nobody left to the bottom of the 4th inning. Strasburg 2, Brush nothing on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Let's go to the bottom of the 4th inning. 2-0 Strasburg, although that last half inning was very conspicuous with that reversal of a call at second base. Kaylee Rushman had an RBI single. She swings and fists it in the air out in front of the plate and caught. Or was it? Yep, it was caught by the catcher, Amaya Bruno. A step out in front of the plate, a basket catch. And that didn't have much trajectory. There's one down, a very athletic play by Bruno. Nice job of Unrein getting that ball in on the hands of Rushman. Here's Anna Vetter, who struck out her first time up. 6 strikeouts for Mason Unrein. She has walked 3, and the pitch swung on and fouled off the catcher. No balls and 1 strike. Yeah, it's unfortunate that Brush is actually out hitting Strasburg 3-2, but trailing 2-0. No balls and 1 strike to the number 9 hitter of freshman Anna Vetter. The pitch, she rolled it in there. That's an ugly-looking pitch. Maintain that level of concentration. Completely lost it there. 1-1, but she has pitched well. Unrein has pitched very well in this game. The pitch swung on and grounded foul up the third base side. Again, you know that with her and Braylon Rule, their strike-to-ball ratio, game in and game out, is not going to be anywhere close to 2-1. That might happen once in a while, but it's not going to happen consistently like with most pitchers. Sometimes they have a 3-1 ratio. And the 1-2, very high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. You just hope when the ball is released, the pitcher knows exactly where it is going. And you got to do that here to the number 9 hitter. The pitch swung on and lifted into left center field, coming on, and it's a base hit right in front of Tatalini. Nearly made the play, but she had to short hop it. Strasburg now has 3 hits in the game as Vetter reaches. That sends up Aubrey Archuleta. She walked and then hit a vicious grounder that was fielded beautifully by Lefevre. It did score a run, but Lefevre made the play, so Archuleta is 0 for 1. Looking in here is Unrein. And the offering, swung on, grounded, foul. That is foul down the third base side. No balls and 1 strike. Now, 1 year ago, when Brush won here, Emily Stevens came on after the starting pitcher was just rocked around. And Stevens pitched well, but the Bee Diggers came away with I think it was like 18-11. I'd have to check the score, but it was in that range. Unrein, this is more of a pitcher's duel. The offering, very high. Nice stab there by Bruno. And the count levels at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out, 1 on. 2-0 Strasburg in the bottom of the 4th inning. Stepping out here is Archuleta. Now gathering herself in the right-handed batter's box. The pitch, swing and a miss. That pitch was above the letters. A ball and 2 strikes. Nice change of pace there, too, by Unrein. And change of location. Strasburg playing in Class 1A in football. The Bee Diggers in 2A. And the offering. Swing and a miss. Same location. Throw back to first. Nothing doing. Back in is Anna Vetter. 2 outs. Strikeout number 7 for Mason Unrein. Tara Gustafson with a sac bunt and a strikeout. She is 0 for 1. You got that many strikeouts, your stuff is good. Your stuff is undoubtedly good. Unrein had a lot of strikeouts against Rez. The pitch And that is a beauty right there. Oh, they must have called it a ball. Well, Gustafson's not a very tall hitter. Maybe just a little bit above the strike zone. 1 ball and no strikes. The offering. That's a swing and a miss. On a ball knee high, it's 1-1. On a pitch, knee high, I should say. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2-0 Strasburg, bottom of the 4th inning. Mason Unrein, the junior, comes home. Up and in. Ball 2, strike 1. And we have audio from these games on our KSIR Sports Facebook page, 1010 KSIR Sports. We'll get them up on YouTube as well, the audio. That's a pitch right down the middle for a strike, just above the knees. It's 2-2. Well, can Mason pull this off for a 4th consecutive inning? 2 strikeouts in each of the first 3 innings. He's got 1 in the 4th. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch swung on and fouled straight back. On pitch number 79 for Unrein. Gustafson back in. At first is Anna Vetter. She had a base hit. And the offering. Swing and a miss. She has done it again. Unrein with 2 strikeouts in each of the first 4 innings as Gustafson goes down swinging for the 2nd time in the game. 4 innings are in the books from Strasburg. The score, Strasburg 2, Brush nothing on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. The Bay Diggers only have 3 hits in the game, 2 in the last inning, but some shaky base running did not allow them to score. 2-0 Strasburg as we head to the 5th, 6, 7, and 8 against Heidi Price. The pitch swung on and fouled off to the right. That's Amaya Bruno, who reached on an error on the shortstop, Autumn Stone, her first time up. Strasburg scored both of their runs in the 2nd inning. The right-hander Price looks in. And the pitch. And that is outside. Count levels at 1-1. 2 runs on 3 hits for Strasburg. No runs, 3 hits for Brush. Both teams have committed an error. Brush is stranded 2. Strasburg is stranded 6. Swing and a foul on a ball that was sinking. A ball and 2 strikes. To Amaya Bruno. Man, amazing. Only 35 pitches thrown by Price. The pitch outside. Brush has been so aggressive early. They haven't worked this pitcher, but if you get base hits, you don't need to work her. But you do have to do something. But she's all over the strike zone. That's why they're swinging. And the 2-2. That is a called strike 3. Can't argue with that one on the outer half. And Bruno strikes out looking. And that is the 4th strikeout of the game for Heidi Price. Olivia Gillick grounded into a 6-4 fielder's choice in her first plate appearance. The offering. That is on the outside corner, strike 1. To Olivia Gillick. Price twirling that ball on her right hip. The offering. Swung on and fouled off to the right. A late swing. No balls and 2 strikes. Straight up at noontime in the Mountain Time Zone. This is 1010 KSIR. Brush, Fort Morgan, Weldona. Also on the web at KSIR.com. You can find us on TuneIn Radio as well. And all part of the Eastern Plains Sports Network. That pitch is in the dirt. Only the 9th ball thrown in the entire game by Heidi Price. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swing and a miss and a ball tailing away. 2 strikeouts to begin the 5th inning. Gillick goes down. Here's Draggart. She struck out her first time up. Yeah, this pitching is right up there with university pitching. That's why the Bee Diggers have scuffled here at the plate. They need to see more of this to improve as a team. The offering. That's in the dirt. A ball and no strikes to the second baseman, Delaney Draggart. Looking in is Price. The pitch. Swung on, grounded right back to the mound. An easy play for Price. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Strasburg right-hander. 4 1/2 innings have been played. The score is Strasburg 2, Brush nothing on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Mason Unrein has 8 strikeouts as we start the bottom of the 5th inning. And the pitch is up and away to Madison Brewer. 2-0 Strasburg. Both runs scored in the 2nd inning. It'll be Brewer, Stone, and Graff against Mason Unrein. And the pitch, swing and a miss on a pitch at the letters, and the count levels at a ball and a strike. Yeah, both teams have not been hitting the ball, but Strasburg scored those 2 runs in the 2nd. And the right-hander for Brush comes home, and that's up and in. Ball 2, strike 1. Again, the heart of the order. And Strasburg is sending up here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. The pitch, swing and a miss. Took something off at belt high. It's 2-2. To the left-handed hitter, Madison Brewer. Bruno setting up on the inner half. 2-2. Swung on, line foul down the left side. Late swing. Count remains at 2-2. Here to Madison Brewer. She looks in, and the offering, very high. You're not going to swing at that one. That's one of the few non-competitive pitches she's thrown. Looks like Brush JV is getting ready to play after this. In this varsity game, it's 2-0, and that is up and in. It's a walk, and that's the only really snafu besides the misplay that Unrein had. Walked too many in this game. That's her 4th walk. Here's Autumn Stone. 0 for 2. She struck out and hit that liner into right center field on that great play by Tolentino. That's the 3rd inning today that Unrein has walked the leadoff hitter. The 4 walks on bad. It's the timing of the walks that have not been good. 1 ball and no strikes. And Unrein comes home scoring a bunt, and it's popped up. Bruno is going to make the basket catch up to first base side in foul territory, and there's 1 out. 2nd time in 2 innings that she's made a play like that. That's a big out, especially when that out is committed by your number 4 hitter. I'm surprised she wasn't swinging away considering how hard Autumn Stone hit the ball the last time up. Grayson Graff has walked twice. The offering, swung on and fisted in the air. The shortstop, Rule, is going to make the grab to her left. 2 down. So the last 2 pitches have produced outs. And here is Heidi Price. Heidi Price stepping in. Fielder's choice in a single. And the pitch. Swung on, line down the right field line, and that is fair just inside the line. Tolentino giving chase. Runner to 3rd, and now into 2nd with a double is Heidi Price. And Strasburg has 2 runners in scoring position with the lead runner, Brewer, at 3rd base. And here is Hayley Wells. Reached on an error and struck out. Second and 3rd and 2 down. And the pitch. Swing and a miss and a ball down in the zone. No balls and 1 strike. This is a huge hitter for Unrein. The difference between this hitter, between an out and a hit, obviously it could be 2-0 versus 4-0. 2 out, 2 on, 0-1 to the number 7 hitter, Wells. The pitch. Swung on and fisted foul to the backstop. And that was at the letters. It's 0-2. Unrein had 2 strikeouts in each of the first 4 innings. None in this inning. But she can end it right now with a K. No balls, 2 strikes to Wells. The pitch swung on and lifted to right field. Tolentino to her right in the gap. Makes the grab. Nice play by Nevaeh Tolentino. And the Bead Diggers dodge a bullet in the bottom of the 5th inning. No runs on 1 hit. No errors. And 2 base runners were left in scoring position. To the 6th we go. Strasburg 2, Brush nothing on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Let's head to the 6th inning. Brush is down 2 runs, 2-0. Here to Strasburg, it'll be Avery Lefevre, Braylon Rule, and Carly Tatalini against the right-hander Heidi Price. Lefevre struck out swinging her first time up. The pitch. Swung on, grounded to short. Stone has got it. Sets, throws, and there is 1 out in the top of the 6th inning. As Lefevre is retired, she is now 0 for 2. Amazing, only 44 pitches for Price through 5 1/3. That is efficient. Braylon Rule is struck out and grounded right back to the mound. 0 for 2 for the junior shortstop. The pitch. Swing and a miss and a ball down below her knees. It's 0-1. Braylon's got all types of power. Lots of length. Really smooth swing. Needs a base hit here. The Bead Diggers have 3 in the game. And the changeup is gorgeous. On the outer half, thigh high, it's 0-2. Rush is down to just 5 outs now, even though we played 1 hour and 6 minutes. No balls and 2 strikes. The offering. Swung on, grounded to third on 1 big hop. The throw to first is perfect by Kaylee Rushman. 2 down. On the big chopper, Tatalini is singled and grounded to second. She is 0 for 2. Well, Brush has come out aggressive really for all 6 innings. But they just have not been able to find holes consistently. And the pitch. That is a strike at the knees. No balls and 1 strike. Here to Carly Tatalini. If the Bead Diggers do not rally, they would fall to 2-2. Price looking over at the dugout now. Steps out. The pitch. And that looked like it was a little bit outside. A ball and a strike. Here to Tatalini. The pitch. Way outside. The tying run and Mason Unrein would be on deck. But Tatalini's got to reach here. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 down, bases empty. 2-0 Strasburg at the top of the 6th inning. Looking in is Heidi Price. And she comes home. Swung on, grounded to second again. Gustafson on the third hop. Flips to first. Another 1-2-3 inning for Heidi Price, even though the Bead Diggers did make contact with all 3 hitters. 5.5 innings have been played here in Strasburg. It's Strasburg 2, Brush nothing on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Let's go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is Kaylee Rushman who's got the RBI single. They gave Strasburg a 1-0 lead to lead off 8-9-1 against Mason Unrein, and that pitch is upstairs. Strasburg looking for an insurance run, perhaps more. And a vetter's on deck. Wind and pitch, and that is a strike right there just above belt level. It's 1-1. A softball, just like baseball, can be cruel. Just that 1 inning. That 1 inning, that 2nd inning in which Strasburg scored 2 runs is the difference. The offering, and that's down and in. Ball 2, strike 1 to Rushman. Unrein looking for the complete game. But she'd like to throw the 7th inning, but the Bee Diggers would need at least 2 runs to force a bottom of the 7th. And the 2-1 pitch. Swung on, grounded to third. Lefever's got it, sets, throws low, and the ball skips away off Gillick into right field. That'll be an error. The error's on Lefever. Second of the game by Brush. Yeah, got to lift that throw. And Gillick doesn't have a ton of varsity experience over there, so she couldn't scoop it. Anna Vetter struck out and singled. The pitch, squaring to bunt, pops it up, and it's out in front. Oh, that's going to stay fair. Lefever's got no play. The pitcher and the catcher went for it, but it was a dive by Mason Unrein. It's a base hit. Vetter now has 2 in the game on a really nice bunt. It wasn't hit high enough in order to make the catch. But it wasn't rolled either. It was actually just a perfectly placed bunt, but it wasn't a perfectly executed because it wasn't on the ground to begin with. Archuletta's 0 for 2. Now the Bee Diggers got to play some defense. The pitch swung on and driven foul, out of play, about 50 feet foul to the left. No balls and 1 strike. That was pitch number 100 for Mason Unrein. But that's the way these things start. It's either a leadoff walk or a leadoff error. 4 of the 6 innings, Strasburg has had the leadoff runner on. 3 via the walk, and that was an error here earlier in this inning. The pitch swung on, pop foul, out of play off to the left. Count is at 0-2 to Aubrey Archuleta. Looking for more softballs considering the foul balls that have just been hit. No balls, 2 strikes. And now Unrein's got a huge challenge with 2 on, nobody out. And your 1, 2, and 3 hitters coming up. You got the 1 hitter inside the batter's box now. 8 strikeouts for Unrein, none in the 5th inning, though. The pitch, swing and a miss. That was neck high. Archuleta went fishing, 1 out. Strikeout number 9 for Mason Unrein. Here's Tara Gustafson. A sac bunt and 2 strikeouts. Unrein comes home, squaring to bunt, lays it down the third base side, let it roll foul. Nice job by Lefever. And it's 0-1. If she fielded that, she would not have gotten Gustafson out. But Avery read that beautifully on the spin. That's a good play by the sophomore. No balls and 1 strike. Strasburg desperately trying to advance both runners into scoring position. Unrein ready. The pitch. That is a strike. That's a baby right down the center. 0-2. Madison Brewer waits to hit next. No balls and 2 strikes. Unrein with the offering. That is a called strike 3. Outside corner. Belt high. Strikeout number 10 for Mason Unrein as Gustafson goes down for the 3rd time in the game. So 5 of the 6 innings, Unrein's had exactly 2 strikeouts. Madison Brewer struck out twice and walked. Well, what a great game Unrein's pitched. She's been fantastic. The pitch. That is on the inside corner for a strike. Back Brewer off the plate. It's 0-1. You have the 3, 4, and 5 hitters coming up for Brush in the 7th. The offering. And that one's down and away. The count levels at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 on, 2 down. 2-0 Strasburg, bottom 6. Unrein ready. And Unrein delivers. Swung on, lifted foul, and out of play off to the left side over the Strasburg dugout. Ball 1, strike 2. At second is Rushman. Vetter at first. They're both freshmen. Bright future for this program. That's pretty obvious. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brewer awaits the pitch. Very high. And Bruno, by the way, behind the plate has been spectacular. Not too much territory, only a few feet. I mean, very few feet. between the catcher and the backstop, even the umpire and the backstop, obviously. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch swung on, pop, found out of play over the Strasburg dugout, third base side. It's another double-digit strikeout game for Unrein, the only 2 starts she's made this year. Trying to make it 11 or just at least get the third out, however they get it. And the 2-2 pitch swung on and lifted to center. Tattalini's right there, ranges in, makes the grab, and that's it. In the bottom of the 6th inning, Strasburg is retired. No runs, a hit, a beat digger error, which did not hurt them, and 2 left. The Beat Diggers need 2 to tie. They trail Strasburg in Strasburg 2-0 through 6 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. 3 outs to go for Strasburg. Let's see what the Beat Diggers can do about it. In the top of the 7th inning, it's a 2-0 lead. And for Brush, Unrein, Holdren, and Tolentino, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters against Heidi Price, who somehow has thrown just 51 pitches. The pitch swung on and fouled straight back. Unrein popped to right and singled to right, so she's had 2 good swings today. No balls and 1 strike to the junior pitcher, and threw a fabulous game with 10 strikeouts, 4 walks, 5 hits allowed. The pitch, that is on the outside corner, strike 2. Now we know why Strasburg is 8-2, maybe about to go 9-2. No balls, 2 strikes to Unrein to begin the 7th inning. The offering, swing and a miss, but the ball skips away. They're going to have to throw her out, and the throw to first base is going to be late. Nope, they couldn't make it, in fact. Unrein's going to reach. It's a strikeout, but Unrein's going to reach on the wild pitch strikeout. Here's Harley Holdren. The Beat Diggers will take it any way they can get it. Holdren, 0 for 2. Popped to short, line to right. Tying run at the plate. Up and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Again, still registered as a strikeout for Heidi Price. 6th of the game for her. The Beat Diggers again have the tying run inside the batter's box. Harley Holdren awaits the 1-0 pitch. The offering swung on, fouled off to the right side. It's 1-1. Yeah, you swing at a pitch, you say, why did she swing at that one? Ended up working out for Unrein. Still goes against your on-base percentage, by the way. I mean, just because you're on base doesn't mean that counts towards your OBP, not when you strike out. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out of the 7th. 2-0 Strasburg. Heidi Price, the right-hander, comes home. Upstairs, 2-1. Always difficult to get the final 3 outs. Tolentino, an excellent hitter. Bruno behind her. 2 balls, 1 strike. Price delivers. Oh, swing and a miss. That was nowhere close to the strike zone. Holdren swung at a terrible pitch. It was up and away. It's 2-2. Yeah, you can't get anxious like that. Yeah, that's a game changer in this count. Should have been 3-1. Yeah, Price looked like she's tightening up out there. 2-2. Change up, foul back. Nice job of Holdren somehow keeping her hands back enough to make contact. But even there, it should be 3-2. 2-2 here to Holdren. With a runner at first and nobody out. Pitch number 60 coming up for Price. And here it is. Up and away. Runner goes to second. No throw. It's a steal. Stolen base for Unrein. 3-2. See, that would have been a walk. But let's see if she can coax a walk or get a base hit. Can Tom Odell's team pull off the magic in the 7th? 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Price comes home. Swung on. That is grounded right side for a base hit into right field. Rounding third is Unrein. Throw towards the plate. She slides. She's going to be out. She's going to be out at the plate. Oh, man, the second is Holdren. The Beat Diggers have struggled with base running today, and there's one out. Yeah, the throw beat her, and looked like the tag beat her as well. Well, that's a risk sending that runner. She did not round third very smoothly at all. And Odell having a conversation, Coach Odell, with the home plate umpire. Yeah, she did not round third well. We'll have a courtesy runner at second. For Brush. I have to find a wearing 17 that I don't have. I know she was announced before the game, but the Beat Diggers have added some players to that roster. They could add first and third with nobody out, but you send the runner, and she did not round third very smoothly at all. Unrein kind of didn't stumble, but there was something off about her rounding third. The pitch to Tolentino, swing and a miss on the changeup. No balls and one strike. The Beat Diggers have had two thrown out at second, one at the plate. That's one of the reasons they're down 2-0. A runner in scoring position. And Price comes home. And that is outside. A ball and a strike. Yeah, you take the risk. I mean, a good throw had to be made, but it really didn't have to be a perfect throw because she was out by quite a bit. 1 ball, 1 strike, the pitch. Swung on, grounded weakly off the end of the bat. The pitcher throwing to first for the out, 2 down. As the play was made by Heidi Price. And Tolentino is out number 2. Essentially the second runner to get the third for Brush, including Unrein. And here is Amaya Bruno looking to extend the game for the Beat Diggers. Bruno reached on the air by the shortstop Stone and struck out looking. 2-0 Strasburg. And the pitch is outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Brush just came through with their 4th hit of the game. Twirling that ball on her right hip. Heidi Price with the 1-0. And that is outside. 2-0. God, that hurts. But then again, the Beat Diggers were gifted a base run on that strikeout of Unrein when the ball got away. But you have to capitalize on that. That's what the team does if they have to win a game like this. That looks pretty good from here, and that's a strike on the outer half. It's 2-1. 2 down, 2-0 Strasburg. Runner at third, top of the 7th inning. 2 balls, 1 strike to Amaya Bruno. The pitch. That is strike 2, outside corner. Well, looking for her 7th strikeout of the game, which would end it. Heidi Price to Amaya Bruno, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Focusing in on that target. The pitch. Outside. Oh, called strike throw. They say she went. I guess she swung on a pitch that was off the plate. It's a strikeout of Amaya Bruno, and the Strasburg Indians defeat the Brush Beat Diggers 2-0 on the 7th strikeout of the game from Heidi Price. 2-0 Strasburg. We'll take a break, and we'll come back with a recap right after this as the Indians win for the 9th time this year. Strasburg 2 and the Beat Diggers nothing on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. The Beat Digger post-game show is brought to you by Stubbs Gas and Oil. Fill up your cooler, gas up your car. Stubbs Gas and Oil, easy and convenient. Makes them the only stop you need on your way to the big game. Stubbs Gas and Oil, thanks to them and all the sponsors keeping us on the air for Brush Beat Digger and Fort Morgan Mustang Athletics in Northeast Colorado. The final score, Strasburg 2, Brush nothing, 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for Strasburg. They left 10 on base. The Beat Diggers, no runs, 4 hits, 2 errors, 3 left on base. The winning pitcher was Heidi Price. She went the distance, striking out 7. Mason Unrein pitched well, striking out 10. She took the loss. Time of the game, 1 hour and 25 minutes. And the Bead Diggers had a couple of base running miscues, including in the 7th inning, that could have put them on the board. But Strasburg scored their 2 runs in the 2nd inning. It was a base hit, a fielder's choice, and an error that got the 3 runners on base. Well, check that. A walk, a fielder's choice, and an error. So they didn't have a base hit at all until Kaylee Rushman had an RBI single, making it 1-0. 2 batters later, Aubrey Archuleta with a run-scoring groundout. The Bead Diggers did threaten in the 7th inning as Mason Unrein struck out but reached in the wild pitch. He stole second. Harley Holdren singled into right field, but then Unrein was eliminated at the plate. And even though they got a base runner to third, the Bead Diggers fall to 2-2, and Strasburg improves to 9-2. Next up for the Bead Diggers, they'll be at it on Tuesday when they entertain Lions at 4 o'clock. We'll have it on 1010 KSIR. I'm John Beltran. The final score, once again from Strasburg. Strasburg 2, Brush nothing. Thanks for being with us here on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network.